You see Riot made an apology video about the new cinematic? Wait, they made a whole apology video? I saw their tweet, or rather their statement. Where's their apology video? Is it not on this channel? Where is it? It's on Twitter? Okay. Let me look it up. Is it on their official Twitter, like Riot Games Twitter? No, it's not there. Is it on League of Legends Twitter? Yes, that's where it is.
Hey everyone, my name is Jeremy Lee. I'm also known as Riot Brightmoon. I'm the executive producer for League of Legends.
And
hey,
I'm
nice to
Andre
meet you.
Van Loon, also known as Medler. I'm the head of League Studio, so I oversee game development for League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift.
Hey there.
We're here today to talk a bit about some of the mistakes that we've made. And this isn't just about the season start cinematic, although we'll talk about that a bit. It's just the latest example.
I guess maybe you guys don't know what we're talking about. Riot released this stinker. Riot's known for super high quality animation as well as just like really high quality product in general when it comes to this kind of promotional stuff. And they released this. I won't bother showing you the whole thing, but it's just a voiceover as they go through a completely empty world. They even have audio from like some LCS clips, I think. And they don't show any of it. It's just like random LCS audio.
Every mistake, a lesson.
And that's the whole thing. So super underwhelming. Most people were reasonably questioning why the fuck they even released it. It's super stupid. It's a complete nothingness. So they got some pushback on it, and they have been kicking sand ever since. They already released one statement like apologizing for it. Now they've made a whole apology video all from this one bad cinematic they've had. But it was a super stinker, to be fair.
Whether that's the lack of the season start cinematic, the overall state of our events feeling a bit too formulaic, the lack of new game modes.
This is brutally honest. I don't think I've ever seen a game developer like of this pedigree come out and be like, "Look, guys, our shit sucks. Here's all the reasons here's all the things that you are rightfully upset about. This fucking sucked. This was bad. This is really formulaic, so we understand why most people think it's bad." This is really honest. I've never seen this. 343 did that? When did they do that? 343 was like, "Yeah, we're just slow." I don't remember them ever saying like, "Yeah, we really fucking dropped the ball. Like, we suck." It was a few months ago. They had a whole stream where they said they fucked up. I must have missed that stream. Thanks to Resub Hale.
Or whatever. There's a bunch of places we should be doing better, and doing better in how we communicate that to you.
It's kind of all coming to a head now because season start is supposed to be this hype, epic, exciting moment that we're all looking forward to. And frankly, we missed on your expectations there.
I do think a lot of it just kind of boils down to people getting tired of League. I think that actually is probably one of the biggest components. I think just a lot of people in like the US are just kind of burnt out on League at this point. I don't even know. I haven't kept up in a while, so maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like no matter what they do, most people are just kind of moving on from it. According to chat, though, last time I talked about it, it's doing extremely well internationally and is only growing overseas. It's really just kind of domestic that it's fallen off. Well, I don't think they're... I feel like the Valorant team isn't taking away from the League team. I think Riot is obviously putting a lot of stake into Valorant because that's the hotness right now. But I don't think by doing that, they're taking resources away from League. But I could very well be wrong about that. I just don't see why they'd be taking League team members and putting them on Valorant. They're two totally separate departments, or they should be, rather. So I don't think it's really Valorant that's eating League.
And we fully planned to have a cinematic like we've done in previous years for this year's season start, with the champion-focused, big epic moments, etc. sort of thing. We had the budget for that, we had the right team on that, but we failed to deliver. We're very much going to do one of those for next year's season start. I want to commit to that right now.
I have so many questions on that. So you allocated the budget, you got the team, and then you still delivered this. It's not a failed to deliver. This is like a failed on every front. If you had the budget, you had the team, why did this come out? How did this come into fruition? Something must have fallen through internally. And where did that money go? Because it didn't go to this. That's for damn sure. Budget fell to their pockets. I mean, I guess maybe. That just doesn't really make any sense. I don't understand how this would have happened if they had already allocated the budget and team and everything, and as well as a champion-focused cinematic that they're known for. How the fuck did this end up being the result? Must have been pure chaos. Why are you criticizing a cinematic, man? Low effort criticism. That's the what this is what they're talking about, you dumb asshole. It's not a cinematic either, by the way. It's a voiceover going through an empty landscape. And this is the first one that's like this in fucking, what, 12 years? Even season, 1 had, an actual cinematic. So when this dropped, it showed a lack of care for the property, which made people doubt that they even put any effort into it anymore. That's what it all stems from. That's why they're making this video. Because people are losing faith in them having any level of passion left for League. That's the whole point. That's what this whole thing is about.
And so you might have heard recently that Nicolo, the Riot CEO, talked about how League is going to have the biggest year of funding that it's ever had.
Huge.
And that's because it's true. And that's great. That's great for the game. And that reflects the level of long-term investment that we want to make. And one place that maybe we should start talking about more is the investment that we have in our underlying technology that unlocks a lot of things that we do.
That's super confusing, though, because it feels like this is the lowest budget they've ever had. They just scaled back so much for the LCS in particular. One of Riot's focuses for a long time pre-Valorant was on making League the premier esport, the gold standard. When it came to events, there was really only two that were fucking nuts. It was Worlds, or pretty much any stage for League of Legends esports, and Dota 2. That's really it. But it hasn't felt like that now. It feels like, and they're scaling back, the LCS in particular, they let go of Dash and all that. Feels like they have less money to work with than ever. So I just want to know where all of those resources are going. Maybe it's all internal building of teams and putting people in the right positions, but when the fuck is that going to actually start showcasing results, I wonder. There's a tier 1 Tidy, the resub Ahmed, and Marie. Counter-Strike events were pretty big. Well, yeah, but I'm talking that massive world stage shit that they used to be known for. Fucking Imagine Dragons coming out and doing that song, having the fucking AR augmented reality dragons and all of that. They were putting on Super Bowl level shit. World's still massive, got a new format. I know it's still massive. I'm not saying that it's dead or anything. I'm just saying it feels like it's walking backwards, like it's going in reverse. He's the resub artist. They're just running out of budget for it. Which would make sense because now they're making so many other games. They have Project L coming out. They have the Riot games, MMO coming out. And now they also, games the games they already have out that they have a lot of resources for. Teamfight Tactics and Valorant. Now they have a lot going on, so the focus isn't all on League. And it feels like they've kind of put League in the back burner. Oh, they also have Arcane, true. This is good. The LCS scaled down. You can buy into the LCS if there's an LCS left. That'd be cool, though. Get MoistCr1tikal in the LCS in the most dead region there is. You do a Cyberpunk replay? When the DLC comes out, I'll play it. LCS time slot now Thursday and Friday at 3 p.m. makes no sense for an NA audience. Yeah, it's one of the big criticisms right now of why people are assuming they're just slowly killing off the LCS.
So both Andre and I are committing to having more regular communication with all of you. You'll also be hearing more from the dev team on what they're working on and what's exciting and what's in store in the coming weeks and months.
If you've got thoughts on what format you'd like to see that stuff in, is that high production videos every so often? Is that quick videos like this one? Is that blog posts? Is that social media? Please let us know.
Big part of
I don't think you need to
communication,
do a
though,
high
of course,
production for an
is
update
listening.
video.
So
from the
we
dev
want you
team.
to know that we are listening to you. And
Just
we're
convey the
grateful,
information.
honestly, that you're so passionate about League and making sure that we know what you want in terms of making League of Legends the best game it can be.
Very much listening to your feedback. We're working to incorporate that into game. We're going to keep both, sharing, our thoughts with you and hearing yours in return, of course. But at the end of the day, we also know that ultimately it's actions, not words, that matter here.
Thank you for listening to us today.
Thank you all.
Overall, I think that was a pretty good response to the whole situation. About as good as I could have possibly expected, to be honest. They didn't really give the specifics on how the fuck this animation ended up, like I said here, but other than that, about as good as I was going to get.
Hey, everyone.
I guess we'll see. It still does really feel like League's kind of on its way out in the US. I don't know how they salvage that. I don't know how you bring it back. People said game modes actually would save it, but I don't know. If they, let's say they do Dominion 2.0, bring out a new Dominion. Who's coming back? Like, game modes are keep players that are already playing, I'm sure. Give them something else to do, but I just don't see it bringing in new people. Doombots were cool, yeah. But I wouldn't play League for Doombots. Doombots was just always something to do after I got fucking tired of playing ranked. What would I bring back? Well, I just don't think... I am personally of the belief that game modes wouldn't save it or, like, help it have this renaissance of players. Like, it'd give people that are already burnt out on the game but addicted something else to do, yeah, but I don't see people coming to play those game modes. So it's just dead in NA? That's where it's mainly whittling, yeah. Apparently internationally it's still growing. But yeah, NA is very, 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 very much stale and on its way out. It's had a big fall off in the States.